Most cheap jeans fail the moment actual work starts. Blown seams, weak fabric, stress points that don't hold. 10 pairs under $50 ranked on construction, fabric weight, and real durability. Not fashion jeans, work jeans, built for 10 hours on a job site. Number 10, Wrangler Authentics, men's classic 5-pocket regular fit. Wrangler Authentics retails between $22 and $38. The fabric is a 13-ounce 100% cotton denim, a weight that places it above the construction threshold for work use, where lightweight fashion denim fails within months under repeated kneeling, bending, and physical stress. The 100% cotton construction is the specific detail that matters for work contexts. Cotton denim stiffens when dirty and dries quickly in work conditions where synthetic blends retain moisture and stay uncomfortably damp through extended physical activity. Cotton also breathes better under sustained exertion, a practical comfort consideration across a 10-hour shift. Double needle stitching on inseam and outseam with bar-tacked pocket corners and flybase. The rise runs 11.5 to 12 inches depending on the size, appropriate for bending and kneeling without the back gap problem that low-rise fashion denim creates during squatting positions. Consumer longevity reports for the Wrangler Authentics in work use conditions average 3 to 3.5 years before seam or fabric failure. At $30 across 3.2 years, the annual cost is $9.38. The entry point on this list in terms of fabric weight and work-specific construction, but the most accessible price point for workers on a tight budget who need a functional upgrade from fashion denim immediately. Number 9. Lee Men's Regular Fit Straight Leg Jean. Lee Regular Fit retails between $35 and $50. The fabric is a 12 to 13-ounce cotton denim with double needle stitching on primary seams and copper rivets at pocket stress points. The copper rivets are solid rather than hollow, eliminating the rivet compression failure that occurs in cheaper budget denim, where hollow rivets detach under sustained stress from tools and hardware carried in pockets. The thigh opening of 17 to 18 inches provides movement range adequate for most work contexts, without the excess fabric that bunches during climbing or repeated squatting. The rise of 11.5 to 12.5 inches maintains coverage during extended bending without requiring a belt adjustment every 30 minutes. Consumer Reports rated the Lee Regular Fit above the budget denim category average for color fastness after 50 wash cycles, a relevant metric for work jeans that are washed more frequently than casual wear due to daily exposure to dirt, grease, and debris. The indigo retention above category average means the jeans maintain a presentable appearance through the first year of work use rather than fading to a washed-out look within the first 3 months. Consumer longevity reports in work use conditions average 3.5 to 4 years. At $42 across 3.7 years, the annual cost is $11.35, higher than the Wrangler entry but justified by the heavier copper rivet specification and documented color fastness advantage. Number 8. Rustler by Wrangler Relaxed Fit. Rustler retails between $15 and $28 at Walmart. The fabric runs at 11.5-ounce cotton denim, lighter than the core Wrangler line but heavier than any fashion denim at this price point. The construction uses double needle stitching on primary seams with bar-tacked stress points at pocket corners. For workers whose primary requirement is fabric durability at the lowest possible entry cost, Rustler delivers adequate construction at a price that allows purchase of 2 pairs for the combined cost of 1 Lee Regular Fit. 2 pairs of work jeans, alternated in rotation, extend individual pair lifespan by approximately 40% compared to single-pair daily use, because each pair gets full drying time between uses, preventing the cumulative fiber stress that damp, worn denim accumulates when worn for consecutive days. The limitation for serious work use is the 11.5-ounce fabric weight. Below 13 ounces, cotton denim shows measurable wear at knee contact points within 18 to 24 months of daily work use under repeated kneeling on rough surfaces. For workers who kneel frequently, the Rustler requires more frequent replacement than heavier alternatives, and the 2-pair cost advantage diminishes across a 3-year comparison period. Consumer longevity in light to moderate work use conditions averages 2 to 2.5 years. At $20 across 2.2 years, the annual cost is $9.09. Number 7. Carhartt B11 Straight Leg Jean. The Carhartt B11 retails between $35 and $50. The fabric is a 11.75-ounce ring-spun cotton denim, slightly lighter than the heavier Carhartt entries above it on this list, but with the ring-spun processing that removes short fibers from the yarn before weaving. Ring-spun processing at 11.75 ounces produces a fabric that performs above standard carded cotton at equivalent weight because the tighter, smoother yarn structure distributes stress more evenly across the weave under repeated flex and abrasion. The B11 is the Carhartt entry-level work jean, providing the brand's construction standards at a lower fabric weight appropriate for workers who find the 14-ounce range too stiff during the break-in period, or for warmer climate work environments where heavier denim accumulates heat to an uncomfortable degree during sustained physical activity. Triple needle stitching on primary seams, the same construction standard as the heavier Carhartt workwear line. Bar tacks at every identified stress point, rise of 11.5 to 12 inches. Consumer Reports rated the B11 above the budget denim category average for seam integrity after 75 wash cycles. Consumer longevity in work use conditions averages 3.5 to 4 years. At $42 across 3.7 years, the annual cost is $11.35, matching the Lee regular fit, but delivering triple needle seam construction and ring-spun fabric that the Lee does not provide. Number 6. Dickies Relaxed Fit Carpenter Jean. The Dickies Relaxed Fit Carpenter retails between $25 and $40. The fabric is a 14.75-ounce cotton denim, the second heaviest fabric weight on this list. At nearly 15 ounces, this denim holds its shape and structural integrity under sustained work stress that lighter alternatives cannot resist, including repeated kneeling on concrete, extended crouching under vehicles, and the abrasive contact with rough surfaces that characterizes construction and mechanical work. The carpenter's specific fit features a hammer loop at the left thigh and a rule pocket on the right thigh, functional additions that eliminate the need for a separate tool pouch for workers who use measuring tapes and small hand tools throughout the day. The fit is relaxed through the seat and thigh with a rise of 12 to 13 inches, providing the coverage during squat and bend positions that work jeans specifically require. Triple needle stitching on inseam and outseam. Bar tacks at all stress points. Consumer longevity surveys in actual work conditions show an average reported lifespan of 4.5 to 5 years before any structural failure at seams or fabric, the second highest figure on this list. At $32 across 4.7 years, the annual cost is $6.81. The 14.75-ounce fabric requires a break-in period of 4 to 6 wears before the denim fully conforms to the body. In work contexts, this means the first week of wear feels stiffer than fashion denim alternatives. After break-in, the structural density provides all-day shape retention and abrasion resistance that no lighter jean on this list can match. Number 5. Wrangler Riggs Workwear Carpenter Jean. The Wrangler Riggs Carpenter retails between $35 and $50. This is a different product from the Wrangler Authentics entry at number 10. The Riggs line was developed specifically through collaboration with tradespeople who documented their actual failure points in standard work jeans, producing a specification that addresses the specific stresses of occupational denim use rather than adapting a fashion fit for work use. The fabric is a 14-ounce ring-spun cotton denim. The gusseted crotch construction is the defining specification. A diamond-shaped gusset panel inserted at the crotch seam junction eliminates the primary tension failure point in work jeans, the crotch seam, which bears the highest stress concentration during squatting, climbing, and the repeated hip flexion that characterizes most physical work contexts. Standard denim seams at the crotch junction fail in this position because the seam construction concentrates stress at a single point. The gusset distributes that stress across a wider panel, eliminating the failure mode entirely. The rigs also features a utility pocket on the right leg, a hammer loop, and tool pockets designed around the actual carry requirements of construction workers rather than the aesthetic requirements of fashion design. Rise runs 12 to 13 inches, triple needle stitching on all primary seams, reinforced seat panels. Consumer longevity reports in active construction use average 5 to 5.5 years before any structural failure. At $45 across 5.2 years, the annual cost is $8.65. The gusseted crotch construction at this price, available from brands like Ironheart at $400 to $500, makes the rigs the most significant construction value on this list. Number 4. Key Industries Men's Dungaree Jean. Key Industries has been producing work denim in the United States since 1908, with a consumer profile smaller than Carhartt or Dickies, but a fabric specification that competes directly with both, at a price that consistently undercuts them. The Dungaree jean retails between $25 and $40. The fabric is a 14-ounce ring-spun cotton denim, matching the Carhartt Relaxed Fit specification at a price point $15 to $25 lower. Triple needle stitching on primary seams, bar-tacked stress points at every pocket corner, fly base, and belt loop attachment. Rise of 12 to 12.5 inches with a thigh opening of 19 to 20 inches in the Relaxed Fit. Key Industries maintains domestic manufacturing for its core workwear denim line through production facilities in the United States, a supply chain commitment that most budget brands abandoned decades ago. Domestic manufacturing at this price is only sustainable through the elimination of brand marketing overhead, which is why Key Industries is unknown to most men outside of dedicated workwear retail channels, while delivering product that the household workwear names charge significantly more to match. Consumer longevity reports for Key Industries. Dungaree jeans average 5 to 5.5 years in regular work use conditions. At $32 across 5.2 years, the annual cost is $6.15, the second lowest on this list, despite providing 14-ounce ring-spun construction that competitors charge $55 to $65 to deliver. Number 3. Walls Men's Flannel Lined Jean. Walls has been making workwear in the United States since 1932. The flannel-lined jean retails between $30 and $45 and addresses a specific work condition that no other entry on this list covers. In cold weather work environments, unlined denim creates a cold weather comfort problem that degrades work performance as significantly as poor construction degrades longevity. The outer shell is a 13 to 14-ounce cotton denim with the same construction standard as the Walls Originals line. Triple needle stitching on primary seams, bar tacks at stress points. The flannel lining adds approximately 0.6 CLO of thermal insulation without adding significant bulk, keeping the thigh and knee area warm in temperatures below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, where unlined denim creates genuine physical discomfort during extended outdoor work. For workers in construction, agriculture, landscaping, or any occupation involving extended outdoor exposure in cold climates, the flannel lining extends the functional work temperature range of a single pair of jeans rather than requiring thermal base layers under standard denim. The combined warmth of flannel-lined work denim eliminates a layering expense that otherwise adds cost to the cold weather work wardrobe. Consumer longevity reports average 4.5 to 5 years in outdoor work conditions. At $37 across 4.7 years, the annual cost is $7.87. The cold weather performance advantage of the flannel lining makes this the most contextually specialized entry on the list and the most practical choice for any worker spending more than 2 hours per day outdoors below 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 2. Dickies Men's Double Knee Work Pant. The Dickies Double Knee retails between $35 and $45. The fabric is a 9.5-ounce canvas duck cotton, a plain weave construction rather than the twill weave used in standard denim. Plain weave at equivalent weight produces more thread intersections per square inch than twill, creating a tighter surface that resists abrasion more effectively than standard denim at the contact points where work jeans fail. The double knee is the construction detail that places this entry above every other pair of work jeans at this price. In terms of knee-specific durability, 2 full layers of canvas duck are sewn from above the knee to below it, creating twice the fabric density at the highest stress flexion point on any pair of work pants. For workers who kneel on concrete, tile, gravel, or rough surfaces for extended periods, single-layer denim at any weight begins showing wear at the knee within 12 to 18 months. The Dickies double knee extends knee area functional life beyond 4 years in documented occupational wear testing where standard single-layer alternatives fail within 18 months. Triple needle stitching on primary seams, rise of 12 inches, consumer wear testing documents 0 knee failure across 4 years of regular kneeling intensive work conditions. For plumbers, electricians, tile setters, flooring installers, concrete workers, or anyone whose work involves regular kneeling, the double knee addresses the primary failure point of work denim at the second lowest price on this list. At $40 across a documented average lifespan of 5 to 6 years in intensive kneeling conditions, the annual cost is $6.67 to $8. For knee-intensive work, this is the most rational purchase on the list. Number 1. Carhartt Men's Relaxed Fit 5-Pocket Jean. First place goes to the jean that scores the highest across every metric relevant to work use simultaneously. Fabric weight, seam construction, rise measurement, documented longevity, and annual cost of ownership in actual occupational conditions. The Carhartt Relaxed Fit 5-Pocket Jean retails between $45 and $65 with consistent availability at or below $55 through Carhartt's direct retail, Amazon, and major national retailers. The fabric is a 14-ounce 100% ring-spun cotton denim. Ring-spun processing at 14 ounces produces the highest combination of fabric density and surface smoothness available in standard work denim at this price. The ring-spun construction distributes abrasion stress more evenly across the yarn surface than carded cotton at the same weight, extending measurable fabric life at contact points by an estimated 20 to 30% compared to standard carded 14-ounce denim. Triple needle stitching is standard across all primary seams. Bar tacks at pocket corners, fly base, and belt loop attachments cover every identified stress point. The rise measures 12.5 to 13 inches across the size range, providing consistent coverage during squat and bend positions without back gap formation, regardless of movement range. The thigh opening runs 19.5 to 21 inches, wide enough for unrestricted movement through the full range of work-related hip flexion without fabric compression against the thigh during climbing, kneeling, or extended crouching. Consumer Reports durability testing rated the Carhartt Relaxed Fit 5-Pocket above the budget denim category average for seam integrity after 100 wash cycles, the highest wash cycle rating of any jean in the budget category in Consumer Reports assessments. In occupational use conditions involving frequent washing due to daily work exposure, 100-cycle seam integrity is the most practically relevant longevity metric available. Consumer longevity surveys show an average reported functional lifespan of 5.8 years in regular, non-occupational use. In documented occupational use conditions from Consumer Reports filed by construction workers, mechanics, and agricultural workers, the average drops to 4.5 to 5 years due to the accelerated stress of professional physical work, but remains above every other entry on this list in both use categories at $55 across 4.7 years of occupational average lifespan. The annual cost is $11.70, higher per year than the Dickies Carpenter or the Key Industries entry, but justified by the ring-spun fabric specification, the 12.5 to 13-inch rise, and the 100-cycle seam integrity documentation that no other entry on this list achieves. 10 work jeans under $50. Annual cost range from $6.15 for the Key Industries dungaree to $11.70 for the Carhartt Relaxed Fit in occupational conditions. That $5.55 annual gap is the complete financial argument for buying the cheapest option on this list. $5.55 per year separates the most expensive from the least expensive in annual cost terms. The difference in construction quality, seam integrity, and fabric weight between those two options is not a $5 difference. The three specifications that define every useful work jean on this list are fabric weight at or above 13 ounces in 100% cotton construction, triple needle or double needle stitching on all primary seams, and a rise of at least 12 inches for adequate coverage across the movement range of physical work. Every jean that meets those three specifications earns its place on a work site. Every jean below those specifications fails on a schedule that makes its lower price increasingly expensive over time. The best work jean is never the lightest or the cheapest at the register. It is the one that holds its construction through the conditions you actually work in long enough to make the purchase worthwhile. Every entry in the top 5 on this list clears that bar by a margin that the fashion denim hanging next to them on the store shelf never will.